Hey everyone, Ronald here. So this is a reaction video to a content creator I really respect in terms of being an entrepreneur and sharing wealth building knowledge. His name is Alex Hormozi, and I'll put the link to the original video in the description. If you're new to my channel, I help mentor new and seasoned software engineers to become better at building their brand in addition to becoming financially free. So if that sounds interesting to you, hit that subscribe button and notification bell and join us on our journey. So let's go ahead and jump into this right now.
There are 14 massive money mistakes that people make in their 20s that you do not want to repeat. And this is one of those, don't buy an iPhone, buy an Android bullshit. Like, if you make these mistakes early, you will have to pay for them for years. But the good thing is that you can avoid them very easily. Number one, underspending on education and overspending on status. When you're in your 20s, you probably aren't balling. And the amount of people on Instagram I see with their check mark that they bought in front of a Lambo that they whatever, like, we all get it. They're full of shit. We understand. The people who matter are not impressed. If I wear a $200,000 watch, all the buddies that I have don't give a shit. The guys who are ahead of you, they want to see you eating shit, living poor, learning, and hustling. You driving around in your new Rolls or Benz or whatever, and you're maxing out all of your expenditures so you can flex to other 20-year-olds is stupid. Now you should take that same money and plow all of that into your own ability to earn more money. And that's what
Totally makes sense. Real money people don't be wearing gold chains thick and trying to be all flashy. It's usually people that are desperate and trying to just hope that other people look up to them because of that. It's you don't see Warren Buffett doing that. You don't see Elon Musk, the richest guy in the world, well, as of a few weeks ago, doing that. What does that say?
somebody who's ahead of you is going to look back and give you that status and respect for. Like, you can get status in your 20s from people who are ahead of you if you're doing the right stuff. If you show that you're on the wrong path, they automatically think, they're like, he doesn't get it or she doesn't get it. They'll never associate with you until you understand the lesson. Number two, taking jobs to earn rather than to learn. And this is one of the biggest ones. We had 1,000 people who applied for a YouTube editor, so for editing videos like this. So we offered somebody very good pay, and the guy said, I want an extra $3,000 a year. Missing the fucking plot. What he didn't understand was that he was in a season of learning, not a season of earning. He might be able to go somewhere else and get 30%, not even 3,000, 30% higher. The people who are gonna pay that premium are paying the premium for everything you know and have nothing to add to you. If you're taking your jobs right now in order to earn, it's not the right season. You're trying to cash in early. The earning potential of you getting extra $10,000 a year or
Yeah, I kind of agree, but kind of disagree. It really depends on that person. I don't know what the whole story is, but if he's working for Alex as an editor and he doesn't really feel like he's going to be learning much doing that job because he's already implementing the skills he's already solid with, then yeah, he could probably ask for much more money. But if he's new to editing, then he should be grateful he got that job and not be asking. Then it truly is a season for learning for him. So that one is kind of like, it depends.
25,000.
Let's just skip to the next one.
3 is that you save money. That is a mistake. Hear me out. You want to save money in your 20s, but not actually save it. You want to not spend it or blow it on shit, and you want to put it into a separate account, but that money you want to invest, not dollar cost averaging S&P or whatever it is. You can do that by all means. It's a great way to like have some money later. But if you want to become filthy rich, which is hopefully, you know, what Mosey Nation is here to do, you want to invest that money into you and your earning capacity. Right now, you make so little that the money doesn't matter. So like if you save $500 a month, save $1,000 a month, you can put that into the calculator and look what it's going to be in 70 years. And like, cool. One, it doesn't factor in inflation. So when people see that they're going to be worth $4 million in 60 years is also worth like $1 million today. Think about how much more you'll get back if you spend $10,000 this year and then you double your earning capacity or you triple your earning capacity. Instead of saving money to invest in assets, invest in the number one asset, which is you, and increasing your earning potential. Number 4.
Okay, he should have done a better job explaining that one. So I get it. He's talking about taking money and investing it in yourself. Like, first of all, not saving it and not just going directly to index fund and investing there. I mean, you could. That's great, and I highly recommend that. But not financial advice. But I recommend it. Not financial advice. But he's talking about trying to invest that money in yourself so that you could be at a better position to be smarter, to know how to build your business and accumulate more wealth later on. But it almost came across as if you shouldn't be investing that much in stocks. I feel that it's equally as important to invest in yourself, which is true. So you could be smarter as you're building your wealth, but also educate yourself to invest in stocks and be diversified and do what's needed. Those are things that I didn't do in the past because I kind of looked at stocks as if it was gambling and didn't really pay attention to the fact that your money is just losing its value when it's just sitting there in a savings account. Not even save that much in a savings account. But when I did learn about investing, I started doing that into like index funds. And then I didn't even think so much in terms of like inflation, what he mentioned, because that's true. You got to think in terms of like, yes, after a certain number of years, you're going to have like a big chunk of cash, but then what is it going to be worth because of inflation? So you do need to do two things: know how to invest in the stock market, but also know how to invest in yourself.
Decide how much you're going to invest first before you spend money. Prioritization comes from taking, that's literally prior, it comes first, right? It's that you take the money off the top and you say, this money has been prioritized for my learning, my education. And then whatever you have left, that you can spend. All that money, that account, you can let it stockpile up, and then you see something that you want to learn and then deploy the capital. Not, what do I have left at the end of the month, can I afford it? You've got this big pile of gold over here that every month you plow into, and then when you see the opportunity, you make the decision, you pull the trigger. Number 5, automate the investing, and you want to manualize the spending. You want to lubricate how easy it is for you to invest in yourself, and you want to make it harder to spend on shit that never comes back to you. Dave Ramsey talks about people having cash rather than credit cards. You actually feel pain when you buy things in cash compared to using credit cards.
The harder it is to buy something, the less you buy.
Like the only money that even hits your account is the money that you're allowed to spend. The other.
Yeah, this is great advice, but also, even if you didn't automate it, just giving like what I do now is I take a certain amount of money that I will have for spending in my checking account, and then take a whole chunk, the remaining rest, and put that into investments. So then this way I don't have just one account with all this money just there for me to access so easily. I do make it harder to end up wasting money.
Number 6, don't go shopping. Let's be real, you don't need another set of sneakers. The idea that someone says, I'm gonna go shopping, like they have no agenda, it just means like, I'm going to waste money today. Stick with the lists that you already have pre-approved in terms of your budget. This is my list, these are my groceries, this is whatever. And if it's not on the list, you don't buy it. It's a very simple habit.
He loves Chipotle. He's always low-key promoting them.
But that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. Number 7, get takeout, don't cook your food. Very contrarian, I know. As soon as you make more than $15 an hour, it makes more sense for you to work that day, get the takeout food, and get the time back. It makes more sense financially. Most people.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Most people would say to cook and save money because then when you're eating out, you're spending a lot of money. But I think that's where he's gonna mention Chipotle, but he's gonna talk about how you could just eat food cheaply. But he doesn't really talk about like the health factor. So it really depends on, if you're like a vegan, then your options are kind of like limited also. So if you are gonna try to eat cheaply by eating out, make sure that you are eating healthy food, because it's a slippery slope to eat cheaply and then you're eating cheap crap, and in the long run that's a bigger cost. All right, so I'm not going to go through the whole video here. I'm going to leave that for you to check it out, but I just wanted to go through some of it and thought he's a really great content creator, so I did want to do a reaction video for this. If there's anything that you want me to react to, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let me know what are some of the things that you feel that you've made mistakes on in the past and now you're trying to fix that, so we could like learn from it also. All right, so that's it for now, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.